YouTube, and thank you for joining me again for another episode of Card Market Watch. So we're going to sort of do the other half of what we're going through yesterday, things that could be reprinted in the Megatins 2020. Of course, as we know, we're getting Red Eyes Dragoon this year as one of our, I believe, promos, which is obviously good, but it also depends on how many promos we're going to get as well. You only have to pull that one, and you're in the money. Yeah, so essentially we're going through Dark Neostorm, we're going to go through Savage Strike, we're going to have a look at even Battle of Legends. I'm pretty sure Battle of Legends stuff does get reprinted in Megatins. And we'll have a look at something a bit different, as in a Duelist pack. In all fairness, says now, if they are going to do what they're going to do, so we'll have a Season 2, we'll have a Season 3, then, yeah, excuse me, we probably won't see reprints of these cards in Battle of Legends, but then we will see them in future seasons. And some of these cards that are currently secret rares essentially could turn to promos instead of just being secret like rares within the set. This is something we can think about. Obviously, depending how well Season 1 goes, from what I've seen, I believe it is selling quite a lot of places. Not straight away like some other things do, but did sell relatively quickly, relatively well, which is obviously good. But yeah, enough of me blabbering. We'll see you in the video. Just going to have a few things that could be reprinted. Initially, when this came out, this was like a very expensive card, and a lot of people thought it was going to be like this amazing, like, card kicking you, wing you down kind of card. It saw next to no play when it came out, and I think occasionally it pops up in things like what we've seen with like the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. But yeah, I mean, when this card came out, I think it was like 60. You say 60 for a couple of weeks, and it was down to like 45, and then no one spoke about it for a long time. And then I think early in this year, people were saying like it was an £8 card, and then now it went up a little bit because obviously people were saying, oh, it's really cheap, so the price went up a bit more. But no, like, the price has just dropped. So if you're looking to get like some of these at a good price, especially if you can get them in first editions, go for it. And I'm not saying this is a super duper meta card where it's going to like destroy everyone's decks and you're going to run around laughing like a maniac. But, you know, it's a good card. It's not like the best card in the world, but it's a good card. Next, Signet Mining. You go for max rarity. This is what you go for from Dark Neostorm. There are literally 4 expensive cards in Dark Neostorm still. It won't get a reprint again, or shouldn't get a reprint again, as we obviously just had it reprinted in Duel Overload. And I believe even from Duel Overload, it's still a relatively cheap card. I think you're paying sort of around about the 8 to 9. So, yeah. If you're looking for this, obviously it's highest rarity. There are play sets available on the market. You're right, you're going to be paying for the unlimited versions, but at the same time, oh, there you go, for not much more, you can pay the first edition. So yeah, if you want to play max rarity Signet Mining, then you got to think, like a lot of people go, oh yeah, this is really good for salads. It's good for salads, it's good for AI, it's good for, Atagnista, it's good for Mech Knights, not Mech Knights, Math Mechs. Math Mechs are a lot better than people think they are. They're not like going to sweep your legs and show you how it's done, but if you don't really know what they do, they actually are quite a good deck. You know, it is essentially, it's all mathemacated, if you excuse the phrasing. You know, I'm going to do this. So now because I did this, you don't do as much damage now. Your detector dropped. But because I used this card and fused this card, I did this, that, and the other, I now swing for like 6,000 damage. It's like, you hear me, bro? What? You chill out. Math Mechs are kind of Math Mechs. If you can get them for cheap, Math Mechs are a fun deck. The issue is like one of the big boss monsters from that deck is quite expensive because it was one of the short prints for the set. Now, I didn't do Math Mechs in here because I didn't really think about it, but I believe Mystic Fighters. I think it's Mystic Fighters, not Warriors. Mystic Fighters could be within the reprinting set for 2020. I think it just edges in because I do believe that the cutoff would have been like legendary magic. Is it Magical Warriors, Magical Heroes / Ignition Assault? So everything before that. So it would have been like Fist of the Gadgets last year, and then Warriors would be the Come to Us set. So like 2021s would be Secret Slayers, and then whatever we're going to get at the end of the year. Obviously, we know we're getting, was it Phantom Rage is our like end of year set, but we haven't been told like what our like deck building box set is going to be. Anyway, essentially, if it says like Signet or like Cyverse, use it. It's a good card. Cherubini, Ebony Angel of the Burning Abyss. I honestly think this card will just go straight into like Megatins. It's relatively kept the same price threshold for over a year now. It's not obviously in every deck. It's literally going to be in a Burning Abyss deck. I think someone said it could also be in fairy decks, but again, I think that's more of a because it's a fairy. I don't think it's actually because it's good in fairy decks. But yeah, I mean, Burning Abyss has a lot of level 3s. It makes sense. Obviously, get them out. Pew, there you go. We got our weird, freaky angel. So, sadly, since this came out, though, I haven't really seen Burning Abyss do anything, which is a bit sad. But then you always hear Burning Abyss players saying, "The best deck ever. We do everything. We mow the lawn. We wash the dishes. We win Yu-Gi-Oh duels." Apparently you do. But I've never heard anyone say they lost to a Burning Abyss deck in the last couple of years. You know, if you want to show me how it's done, I'll lose to a Burning Abyss deck. Come on, if you want to show me your secrets, boy. Farther, you want to show me your secrets. Mech Knight Crusader Avmax. This is the guy I was talking about yesterday. The guy, I couldn't remember his name and called him Jim Jom, Ju. No, it said the blue guy with the spiky yellow hair. Yeah, good card. Its price range has been going up and down for a while. In all fairness, though, like, yeah, there's no real issue with this card. I think it's a great card. Obviously, again, it's not in everything, but it does make for a good sort of backup plan if you couldn't get yourself a access code talker. I do believe people were saying like this is in some decks obviously replaces your access code talker. Obviously you can play access code talker, as it's the better card for most decks anyway. But yeah, I mean prices kind of haven't really changed much over the last year again. Same with Cherubini. So you are looking sort of around about the 23 to like 20, I think what I saw. Yeah, I know it did have a little spike earlier in the year where it was going for around at 30. But this came out like £15. I was like, I ain't paying £15 for this card. This card's going to just sink down like crazy. And yeah, it went up and up and up for a little bit. It went to about 30, 32. And then it's just slowly come back down again. But I think a lot of people are sort of like predicted to sell these now just because they're hoping that if it dodges 20 tins, it will just go back up in price again, which makes sense. You know, if people are thinking like, alright, I'll sell a little bit cheaper than what it's currently worth on market. Hopefully I'll get my stuff. But we'll see. Yeah, pretty much all of these, I do think, besides this one, yeah, I think most of these will be looking for Megatins. So, something a lot of people have mentioned in terms of like other YouTubers, because it came out as a pricey card in a set such as Toon Chaos, there's no reason why they won't reprint it again in Battle of Legends or print it again in Megatins. They don't have to reprint it again now because obviously they just reprinted it. But in all fairness, because this card's actually gone up in price since I last looked at it. Good job, guys. You get that money. Yeah, but that's the thing. You guys, crap, actually it's gone up in price. So maybe it is actually worth buying the ultra rares now if there's a £15 difference between cards. That's when you start going, alright, I'm not going to spend like something stupid. But when the literal price difference was like £3 or £4, you get the high rarity version. It makes sense. You make the sense. But yeah, as we've said before, Konami's done it before where they've literally released it a year later, and then because it's within that bracket range, released it again in the Megatins. So yeah, as you'll see one of the cards in a minute, you'll see what I mean. This could happily come out as a super rare. This could actually come out as a common. I don't think they'll do a common for a few more years. I think if we ever do get a common of Potter's Reverence, it'll be in a deck where we do get a lot of extra deck support from the actual structure deck, which is something, as a rule, Konami doesn't really do. There's been a few decks that have come out that have had the extra deck support. The Pendulum one. I'm trying to think what his name is. Oh god. The Magister's one, the Pendulum with the big guy, the one with Servant. That's the one, the Magister one. Can't remember the name of it now. I'm really sorry. Endymion, the Endymion deck that came out that had like 3 extra deck monsters, which as a rule is very strange for structure decks that don't normally do it. I think the other one that came out relatively recently was Salomon Greats, and I think before that it was like the Link summoning one, the original one that got your Link Spider in, and Link Reaper. Can't remember. I'm so sorry. Link Slasher, that one. But yeah, there's a chance this could come out in Ultra again. There's a chance it can come out in Prismatic Secret Rare. No, the one they do for this one, not the Secret Rare, the with Prismatic. You know what I mean. The slight variant difference. And again, they could do it in Super Rare. They could do it in Common. Like I said, I don't think they were Common for a long time. Common's probably going to come in Structure Deck probably in like 2022, 2023. If it was to introduce something like this into the structure. Obviously, we've had quite a few Pot of Desires come out through the years. I think it was in the structure deck at some point in the past. Someone was telling me about it. So, possible. Boiled Savage Dragon. No other printings besides the Savage Strike. It has to be reprinted now. It could be in Battle Legends. It could also be in... Oh, good price. It could also be in 20 Megatins. It just needs a reprint. I mean, how? They could literally go... Comes out of Battle Legend as a Super. Comes out in the tins as Prismatic. Comes out in Maximum Gold as a gold lettered rarity. Like, it just needs reprinting. It's a good card. Obviously the prices have sort of mellowed out a bit more than what they were like literally like a month or so ago when they were going to like £70-75. But yeah. Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Battle of Legends Heroes Revenge. So this was not... Yeah, it was last year's. I believe it was last year's. Battle of Legends. Quite a pricey card. Not the most priciest, but quite a pricey one. Obviously, well, a lot of people have said, like, as much as this is a good card, it's also trying to fit it into decks as well as just it being a good card. Which I understand, I totally agree with. You can't just go, it's a good card, put it in my extra deck and then hope it synergizes. It doesn't always do that. Things obviously like Borrelo Savage Dragon, where, you know, it's a synchro monster that just negates and is just a bit of a powerhouse. You can fit that in a deck. Like, you're generally not going to... What you're going to do, take out this and put in another powerhouse card? Go look at things like Dragon Link, or go look at things like Synchro Eldritch. You know, they can fit these things in because it's just more power to a deck that already has a lot of power. But this is a good card. I think it was one of the short prints, sadly, which is why the price is still high. But yeah, definitely could be seen a reprint. In all fairness, I think this might go the Savage route. I mean, this might be a 2021 Megatin like reprint, maybe even a Battle Legends 2021 reprint, just to sort of like keep it sort of like within the set. Borosaur Dragon. I didn't look at any of these specifically because I just wanted to show you. It had a Megatin. It came in Heroes Revenge, which I'm pretty sure is the same as this one. Yep, so this one came out last year. So within the space of a month, so this came out in July, this came out in August, it got a double reprint. This is where people are saying that things like Savage Borrelode, Borrelode Savage Dragon could also do the same thing, where it will come out in Battle Legends, come out maybe in the same rarity that it currently is, and then the Megatins it comes out as a Prismatic, or it goes up to be the Prismatic in Battle Legends, and then comes down to being an Ultra again in Megatins, or it can become a Super. But yes, so this obviously was a card that was roughly around about £30 to £40 for a long time. Then it got reprinted, and then this one stayed relatively high for a long time, and this one sort of dwindled down to 20, and then the Ultra came out literally the month later, and it just went. But I mean, still a good card. If you can if you can fit it into your deck, definitely do. It's a great card. Vision Hero Faris. Now, if you look on like eBay or other card sites, like these are generally quite expensive. You're looking sort of like maybe 10 plus extra for these. Pretty much anything to say with Hero in its name generally has like a price tag that's a bit more up there compared to other cards from other fan bases. It's definitely a great card, definitely free of a Hero deck. But yeah, you see the prices are sort of around the 7 at the moment, which is good. When I've been looking lately, they've been around sort of the 16 to 17, so I'm happy to see that the market price is starting to go down. Same with Vision Hero Increase. People normally want to play 2 of these in a deck. I mean, it's totally up to you. If you want to play 3, play 3. If you want to play 1, play 1. If you want to play 2, play 2. But that's it. You normally do 3 Faris, and then you want to do 2 Increase normally. You just do you. But yeah, again, prices are around about the 5 to 6, which is good. First English is 6. There's 2 available. Yeah, I mean, these are the prices you want to see. As I said, like, I've been looking at eBay lately. These have been like 13 to 15. Faris has been around like 16 to 18. There you go. Evil Hero at Dusty Gold. This guy is breaking my ass because I haven't got one yet. It makes me sad. But yeah, definitely good if you want to start using the evil engine in your heroes. A lot of people are, and they're seeing relative success with it. Obviously, we haven't really had anything to go by locally. So the big issue we have really is essentially sitting around with expensive cards like this. I'm hoping this gets a reprint. I know this came out in the Immortal Duelist, like, was it last, like, September, October-ish? So it is within the range of being reprinted in a Mega Tin. It's just if Konami would like to go, yeah, we'll reprint it, if they're going to maybe do another printing of Immortal Destiny, that goes onto the market, and then they'll go, okay, maybe in 2021 we'll do it. Maybe for the Battle Legends we'll do it. Or maybe for Season 2, which is what I said earlier. So you got Season 2 comes out, that does well, that's the Kyber, and that's going to be a lot of good cards in those sets, so some cards in there are still very expensive. They get reprinted, that sells really well. They're like, you know what, this season thing's doing really good. Let's do Season 3. Season 3 would be Bakura and Yami / Heroes, because it's a weird one. They kind of cross-mashed it. I don't really know what they did to make it that. Was it like a weird kind of like mishmash of just the main characters? I don't know. I'm sorry. Again, from Legendary Duelist, Immortal Destiny, Hero Bane, starting to come down in price again very slowly. This was at one point a very expensive card, still kind of tipping around about the 35 to 40 mark though, as it has been for quite a while. Again, they could just do, as I said, they could definitely just reprint this set again, do another wave of it, sell out of it, and then maybe next year they can go, you know what, we can do maybe 2021 tins, and if not that, then maybe they can just do Season 3, and hopefully this comes out as a prismatic promo, because I wouldn't say no to a prismatic promo of Evil Hero Malicious Bane. I think that'd look fantastic, and it'd be around about this time next year too. I'm just saying, Konami, if you want to make this a promo with shiny sparkly bits, some of your hero players will probably quite enjoy that. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Sorry it was a bit more rambly like yesterday's. I'm super tired at the moment as I'm doing a lot of these basically near midnight, and I'm doing like, oh, what the hell's that? Oh. Is that chocolate? Oh no, it's chocolate. So yeah, but I'm basically doing long days and long nights. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video and leave a dislike, please tell me what I did wrong, and I can try and fix that for a future video. But until then, peace out. Mwah! Love you. Have a good Thursday.